Hello, Fifth. It's Boo Guru here. It's early May 2022, early in the morning ish. It's kind of froggy out. This will be, I'm going to try to make it quick, but it'll be roughly a full garden tour. So, out there by the sign, I've got my herb garden on either side of it planted and going. Closer to us in the let's see, melon patch. All all of the black pots are full of the planting dirt. And I've got watermelons, pumpkins, squash, cantaloupes, honeydew, and a couple other odd seeds that we have accumulated. Um, let's see here. Let's take a quick walk real quick and get this kind of overview of everything. There's the tractor. If I'm not badly mistaken from all of my research and everything, it is a 1954 Ford 850. I'm 99% reasonably sure that's what it is. But anywho, I hadn't done much with it recently, but I have purchased an aftermarket manual for it, a repair manual, so to speak. So I started looking up all the wiring and everything, and I've gotten about $200 worth of parts purchased for the tractor, and soon I'm going to replace all of those parts. So get everything upgraded to the 12-volt system, etc. Make sure everything's right. So I got a big pile of brush out there that I have collected from over in that area. If you see there's some stumps sticking up, it's not going to be a burn pile just yet. I've left it there for the birds to make nests and everything in, because there was a bush there to begin with, but we have taken it down and replaced it with just a brush pile. This area is dual purpose at the moment. First and foremost, it's storage for a lot of free materials that I've accumulated, lawnmowers and lumber and logs and other L words that we won't say. But most of the boards there are going to be used to build some sort of structure over in the cleared out area. And we'll go get a closer look at that real quick. Now, these bushy little things here are blackberry bushes, and going to try to cultivate them a little bit and see if we can get some of those going and maybe transplant them somewhere else or something other to that effect. But for the most part, this is roughly where the structure is going to go, kind of like a pole barn or a tractor barn. We'll call it a tractor barn. That's easier to say. I still have to get rid of all these stumps, that tree right there in the middle. that one. But if you see that thing back there, there's a couple pipes laying beside it that raise it up about 5 feet. That is a winch welded onto a tripod made out of pipes and steel, and I've got it hooked to a little chain that I have been pulling up some of the smaller stumps, not these honking monsters. That's why they're left. But right there attached to that tree, let me see. There it is. All right, there's a 3-ton winch. That's what I've been using to pull out some of the bigger ones. So far, this is pretty much the pile. There's some decent sized ones in there. Anywho, making new piles of compost towers since I have taken a couple down. And there's a new one. There's a new one. Almost ready compost. Pretty much ready compost. There's that cement mixture and everything I showed y'all the other day. So, doing it to it. Greenhouse is pretty much storage right now. I don't really have a whole lot going on in there. I've added a bird feeder around here. I've got a bird bath sitting on top of a water barrel right there. All 3 beds are planted, and in here, okra and corn and beans and carrots and tomatoes and stuff like that. So pretty much the whole garden's been planted. Got a bamboo fence pretty much all the way around it. Gate still needs some help. That's all right though. It's a work in progress. I worked on the I guess you would call it irrigation system. So I replaced the front gutter because it was damaged. It was one of those plastic junky things. I've got a piece of metal one up there that I have reclaimed from somebody else. If you can tell, it's about as straight as a basketball, but that's okay. It holds water. And so I hooked up some PVC pipe to it. And if you follow, this first leg right here comes down to this thing right here with holes in it. You're probably wondering, why do you have holes in it? Well, it's so a little bit of water can leak out. And then if you follow this one down here, it goes into the barrel. Well, the first one is what they call the first flush. All of the junk that comes off of your roof that goes into the gutter goes down into that first pipe right there. And then once it fills up, cleanish water goes down into the barrel. It's a screwed on cap thing. I was just using fittings that I had laying around. So you unscrew it and let all of that stuff just shoot out, or if you'd like, you can catch it in a bucket and add it to your compost pile. Be all right, I reckon. So out of the barrel it comes into this pipe here, runs along the exterior, and that cap is clean out, that if everything gets all clogged up and junk. So now you're probably going to look at this and be like, your pipe is going backwards here. No, No, my pipe's not going backwards. I did that intentionally. So that way there's a break right here in this elbow. So it'll come back and finish, it'll fill up the barrel. And then all of this will break and go down this way. So, anywho. Through the fence, around the corner, into another one. This one got a little wonky on me, but that's all right. I can fix it later. No biggie. But yeah, it's the same situation. And this one I turned off to the side instead of just blasting right out into the yard and stuff. So that way, it may be a little easier to handle. But it ties in here again. No barrel on this side though. Runs on down the house. Oh, so right over the top of the crawl space door, so that way I can still access my crawl space. I did a little jog here, just, I needed another clean out since I didn't have one on the corner. It's kind of bulky over there on the corner anyway, with the 2-inch pipes and everything. I thought about it, but I was like, nah. So I decided to put it here. I can still access my water hose. The smaller PVC pipe is for the overflow for the water heater and the water softener. So, anyway, all right, now it goes underneath the deck, makes another turn, comes down, comes down, comes down. Into the last clean out right here, and then is pushed up into a T, and then those T's go into 250-gallon tanks, and then from there I'll continue on out of that spout and out of that spout, probably bring them to both to a T and run it back up underneath this way. Up underneath here, probably back through that fence. Probably to a I don't know. Once I get outside of the fence, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I may run it along to the edge here to a water hose or something other. I'm not exactly sure. So, but anywho, firewood for next winter. I've got plans for a windmill. I've got plans for solar panels later on whenever I get the tractor barn built. I might, big, huge might, put in some kind of recirculating fountain thing or something other somewhere. I don't know. I may pitch that idea somewhere else too, like a garbage can. What else? Got my Humminbird feeders up, and they're already here. I got another bird feeder. I've noticed something. The perch that is designed with the feeder itself doesn't seem to be sufficient to support the bird's tail feathers. And what I mean by that is whenever the birds fly up to the feeder and they go to grab the perch with their feet, then they don't have anything behind them for their tail feathers to stop against, like they would if they were landing on a branch or to the ground or something other. And so I have added a 5-gallon bucket lid to the bottom of it. All I did was drill a couple holes through everything and put a couple zip ties through the bottom. So, and whenever they land, it gives them something more to prop up on, so that way they're not dangling upside down trying to get the seeds out of the silly thing. But I found it very helpful for the birds. So yeah. Anyway, what else? Been practicing a little bit of welding. So I've been breaking handles on some of my landscaping equipment, so I've taken to putting 3/4 and 1-inch black iron pipe on the handles where the handles used to be. It does make them heavier, but I don't have to worry about breaking the handles anymore. So, back where we started. That's about all I've got for right now. I'll make another update soon. Boogaroo out.